Yeah,
a 1-1 draw at Wrexham. I think you must be delighted with that result.
Yeah, it's important you pick up your points away from home. I think that's our first draw away from home this season, but it's an important one. It was a real end-to-end game. I mean, there was plenty of chances for it being a 1-1. But I think we'd have felt a little bit aggrieved if we'd gone away losing, because we contributed enough within the game to deserve something from it.
Started brightly, but then set back by that goal after about 20 minutes.
I thought we had a better side in the first 20 minutes, looked dangerous. Certainly our passing was decent, we looked sharp up front. But as soon as they scored from our error, that gives them a leg up. I thought their crowd got behind them, and for 25 minutes we were lucky really not to concede the second goal, and that was important to get in at half time, not 2-0 down. So that was their opportunity, I think, to really go and win the game. When you're 1-0 down, you've got to force the issue, which I felt we did. Second half, we didn't sit in and just hope for a set piece. I thought we carried on trying to create chances. In turn, that led to them having 2 or 3 very good openings where we overcommitted going forward. But again, I think we've been proved right at the end to get a quite brilliant goal from Lafayette. And as I said, it feels to me like we deserve something from the game. So I think the point's about right.
He deserved that because he was in a battle royal with their centre halves all throughout the
afternoon. We knew it'd be hard. Listen, Wrexham have got 2 very good centre halves in Manny Smith and Pearson. They're very experienced centre halves, and he battled, as you said, all afternoon, and it was a tough physical encounter. I thought there was some good changes. I thought Josh Taylor coming into the middle of the park worked really well. He started getting on the ball a lot better for us. And I've got to say, I think all 3 substitutions came on and actually gave us that freshness and a bit more impetus.
Starting lineup with no Craig Eastman, it was good to get Nicky Bailey back in the lineup.
Yeah, Nicky got the OK on Tuesday, having seen the eye surgeon, so that was good news. As I said, we lost Craig Eastman, but also importantly, we lost Kenny Davis on Thursday with a hamstring injury. So it sort of meant our middle 2, that's been our engine room for a lot of the last 8 or 9 games, wasn't available today. So again, credit to Simon Walton, Bailey, Josh Taylor, whoever had to go in there, I thought did a good job.
And another hour out of Simon Downer back in the team?
Yeah, it was done specifically because we felt they targeted that area. And watching their videos, it's their big man who tries to win the header, so it was more again for physical presence. Nothing, say Dan Spencer's played particularly well, it's just a tactical thing on the day. I wouldn't say it particularly worked, if I'm being honest, but you make some choices at work and you make some that don't, and it was okay. It was okay.
And good news for Louis John this week on his call up to the England C squad, and deserved.
Done very, very well. As I said, he's had, for the last 2 years, a lot of competition here in Collins, Downer and Beckwith. And he's come in on the back of injuries, which he tends to, but the way that he's been playing this season, he'd have kept his spot if Beckwith, which is very close now, Dean Beckwith, and Simon is very close as well. So even if they've been fit, Louis deserves to keep his place, and it's up for them to grab it back off of him. So it was a shame really, because with Jamie and Louis' mistake for the first goal, I thought apart from that in the game, I thought they defended very well. And
just mention Ross's goal as well, because it's possibly our goal of the season so far.
Yeah, do you know what? It was that good a strike. It looked to me like it'd be a Jeff Hurst, and it was good that the ball's come back and gone into the net, because I reckon that would have been a controversial one if it had gone up and not gone in. But it was just a sweet goal, wasn't it? Great time to score it with 2 minutes to go, and we even nearly had that chance to hit the winner when AJ was surging through the middle and played Kieran in. You thought, well, we might have a robbery going on, but no, I think realistically a point away from home at Wrexham. I don't know what the crowd was today, but it seemed a big one for them.
5,000. Nearly
5,000. Good club. They've got a good manager here now who's got them. He's definitely got them going, Keatsy, and he's a fantastic player here when he was here. I mean, he was part of the team that beat us 5-0. I remember that. And they look a better team now. They pass the ball better. They got bigger threats. So they're going to be there or thereabouts, Wrexham. So, as I said, you can't come away to a team that's we're only a point in front of them. I mean, people say we're top or we're third. It's not that relevant at the moment, but Wrexham will be there or thereabouts. So, that's Tranmere away now, Dagenham away, Wrexham away. To come home unbeaten out of all those is a good effort.
2 home games now to hopefully build on this afternoon's point.
Yeah, it's a tough one Tuesday. Obviously, Dover, Chris Kinnear again has got his team right at the top of the league. Again, another underrated manager. Good club. They play a certain way that works for them, and it's going to be a real tough game. But I can tell you one thing, it won't be 5-0 to them on Tuesday night like it was last time. We've got a fully sort of fit squad now raring to go. There's people in there now deserving a chance as well. But no, Chris and what the boys joked about, what they've done at Dover, you can't you can't do anything but admire what they've done so far. And good for us, good for Dover, good for Sutton. The side's Maidstone, another good club who were Tuesdays, Thursdays, and we are competing against this full-time league, and I think we're not looking out of our depth at all.
Okay.
Just one thing from me, again, I don't know what the away support was today, but
it was just over 100, I think.
yeah, fantastic support to come up all that way. I mean, I've driven it this morning, so I know it's a long way. Great noise, stuck with us right to the end. I think they've been well rewarded today. So again, thank you to all the fans that made their way up, and say two home games. If we can get maybe 4 or 6 out of that, then we're very, very well placed.
Brilliant. Okay.
Thanks.
Cheers, Paul. Thank you.